tackling the topics everyone's talking about online. Share, engage, interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
Hey, good Monday to you. Hopefully it's still off to a great start even after a weekend of continuous basketball. Maybe you're seeing more green than red on your bracket. Well, I found out this morning the NCAA reports there's just one perfect bracket left going into the Sweet 16. Yeah, pretty impressive stuff right there. Thanks so much for joining us for Newsfeed Now. I'm Susanne Brunner in for Aaron Nolan. If this is your first time watching, we cover some of the most talked about topics happening across the South. Use the hashtag Newsfeed Now to connect with us. I'd love for you to join the conversation right here on social media. So our first story, if you are a runner, for many of us, we run for various reasons. People run to improve their health, to enjoy nature, to meet some new friends. People run as a way to disconnect. They run to relieve stress, and many run for a cause. For one marathoner, that cause is near and dear to his heart. His name is Yasir Salem. Right now, Yasir is running 50 marathons in 50 states to honor his late wife. Sarah Berlinger has more on his mission and how he hopes it spreads across the nation.
Yasir Salem is stretching, lacing up his sneakers, and hitting the road to prep for the Chisholm Trail Marathon. It isn't his first go-around.
I'm running a marathon in every state.
The Wichita Marathon is number 19 in his 50 in 50 campaign. His reason is for more than just a good finish time.
I lost my wife almost a year ago now on July 22nd to lung cancer.
Guinevere Mann was a runner and didn't smoke, and at just 47 years old, died from the disease. Since her death, Yasir has been working continuously on a foundation named after his late wife.
We talked about this before she left us.
The Guinevere Mann Foundation is working to raise awareness of lung cancer and getting scanned. He's spreading the word by talking to communities about his wife's experience and what they learned.
Pick up Salem's last name.
Besides joining Marathon Day, Yasir does more work in every state.
Visiting survivors and cancer centers.
And plans to bring CT scanners to 2 of his marathons. He also learns about each city he stops in while thinking of Guinevere.
When I spend 3 or 4 hours running around the city, 26 miles, you really get to know it.
Yasir works in media in New York City, but says this side project is what he wants to take off.
This is a big part of who I am right now, and will continue to be.
Yasir finished the race. As a matter of fact, here's a picture of him after he crossed the finish line. Yasir is back in New York today, and he's joining us now to talk about his journey so far. Yasir, thanks so much for joining us here on Newsfeed Now. And the race in Kansas was actually number 19, nearly halfway there. How are you feeling as you continue to embark on this journey to honor Guinevere?
I actually ran 3 marathons in the past 4 days. I ran Kansas City, the Wichita race yesterday, and I ran one in New Mexico on Thursday and one in Oklahoma on Friday. And to be honest with you, it feels pretty good. Physically, on Saturday, I woke up and I completely forgot that I had run a couple marathons the couple days before, which is a good feeling. Mm-hmm. So physically, everything is working. Thankfully, I'm staying in good health, no serious injuries, and that's the way I need to be. This is a marathon of marathons, and this is not. I mean, the running of the marathons part is an important part of what we're doing, but there's a much bigger mission here.
Exactly. So what do you do before and after each marathon to bring awareness to lung cancer in all the different states that you've been to?
Yes. So, I think it's important that we talk about Guinevere's life and the way that she lived it. She was a runner just like me. She was, we ate organic food and we drank filtered water, all of that stuff, but she still got lung cancer. And so what I'm trying to do is use that story of Guinevere's healthy life to make sure that everybody understands that because you have lungs, you are also at risk like everybody else, whether you're a smoker or you're not. Mm-hmm. Like Guinevere was not a smoker, that you have potential for getting lung cancer. And by sharing that story, I hope that people will take risk factors into consideration, as well as if you feel anything like a cough that just won't go away, a pain in your side, a pain in your shoulder. It's better to be safer than sorry, and go to your doctor and ask for a low-dose CT scan. It's a 5-minute procedure. I think everybody should have access to it. I'm certainly not a doctor, but another part of the tour that we're doing is when we hit up every city. Our goal from this time going forward is to feature a survivor and feature a doctor in every city, so that we can communicate that message from the doctor, and to also show that there are survivors that are benefiting from the good work of the doctors in every city.
Just some amazing work that you're doing out there. Through the Guinevere Mann Foundation, you also want to inspire. I know you touched on that real briefly, but what would you like people to know about living a thriving life despite all these obstacles?
So Guinevere's story goes much deeper than just lung cancer. About 10 years ago, she had a brain tumor. So she came back from that with some memory issues, and we spent the next year and a half or so thinking of a project that would help her realize that she has a lot left in her. Her memory improved. We set a goal for running a marathon. We ran New York City Marathon in 2010. From that point on, we set goals every year in December. What are our plans for the next year, whether they're serious or silly? In her case, she went to NYU, got a graduate, and went to graduate school, got accepted to Columbia, did not get to attend because she passed away a month before. She went to Juilliard between her undergraduate degree and her graduate degree. So even with these setbacks that she had with her brain tumor, we set aside a time. Relationships require you to plan things and to work for it. And your dreams, similarly, you should sit down and figure out once a year, what do you want to do? And it requires some thought. And she inspired me to learn how to swim. I went and did a triathlon, and then the following year I did 4 Ironmans within the next couple of years. So not only was she an inspiration to herself that she could do a marathon, and then she took that and took it further, but she inspired me to do more.
That's amazing. Very inspirational. How soon are you looking to complete this mission?
So I started in November 2018 with the New York City Marathon, and I'll end in New York City 2019. So that would be in early November. Technically, my 50th marathon is going to be in Boise, Idaho in late October, but we're going to celebrate the end of the 50 and 50 with a finale party at the New York City Marathon.
Does it involve donuts?
So that's another. So when I was talking about serious and silly things, one of the things that Guinevere and I just loved life, whether it's learning to be a great writer or learning how to swim, but there were also silly goals. Like one year I wanted to be a competitive eater, and so you touched up upon that. And it actually went a little better than I thought. It turned into a multi-year thing. And so I do hold the world record in the Tour de Donuts, which is a bike race where you bike 32 miles and you eat donuts for time credits. And the more donuts you eat, the
Did you get sick at all?
Credits.
I mean, just the thought of that. It was good. It tasted delicious.
No, they tasted great, and I didn't get sick. And my record's 63 donuts. I've since retired from that as of last year. I'm full time on the Guinevere Mann Foundation I still work, but this is something that I'm running every single weekend in a different state. So that's really what I do now. It's all running. I'll come up with something for next year. That will benefit the foundation, some kind of endurance feat. Well, I'll let you know in December when I come up with it.
Yeah, please do. So thanks so much, Yassir, for joining us. Just an incredible thing that you're doing out there in honor of Guinevere. Thanks so much for joining us on Newsfeed Now.
Thank you.
Now, I just want to let you guys know that the foundation has actually raised more than $43,000, and there is a way to donate online by visiting gwenmann.org. And we have that link inside this story on the Newsfeed Now tab on this website, so you can check it out after the show. Now, a heartbreaking story of a mom's battle to change the law that compounded the tragedy of her son's sudden death. The Alabama mother discovered her son's heart was taken after autopsy, and then years later it was destroyed. Now she is closer than ever to getting the law changed so it never happens to another family. Debbie Williams reports.
He is forever 17.
Oh, he was amazing.
Justin Crooks died suddenly 12 years ago.
Aorta dissection or aneurysm behind the heart, and he died instantly at home.
The trauma of his death compounded when his mother, Donna Adkins, discovered his heart was taken during the autopsy.
They had it 6 years, 4 months, and 19 days.
Adkins says a conversation with a medical examiner was even more disturbing.
He said, well, they take eyes, brains, hearts, whatever they deem necessary. They don't tell the loved ones because it would be upsetting. Duh.
That began her battle to get a law passed.
If I took something that belonged to you and didn't ask you, that is theft. And this, to me, is the same thing, but worse.
This year, it may just happen. Senate Bill number 9 is working its way through the legislature. It requires medical examiners to ask permission for organs. If they don't, they could face criminal penalties. State Senator Chris Elliott says this is a good bill and it should become law.
That there are stringent rules followed, and that if those rules are not followed, that there are criminal penalties that follow that up.
There is still anger when Donna Adkins talks about how her youngest son died and what happened afterwards.
I look at his urn and know that his heart isn't in there because they threw it away.
Debbie now joins us from Mobile. Debbie, thanks so much for joining us on Newsfeed Now. This is really eye-opening. What kind of a reaction has Donna received after telling folks about how her son's heart was handled?
Well, and let me just start with, ironically, it was 12 years ago today that he passed away. So this has been a fight that she's had for a long, long time. It's one of amazement. It is, I can't believe this could happen in this day and age. And the one thing that she was talking about when she watches where a child has been killed in a crash or has been a victim of violence, she wants to reach out to those parents and tell them this is a possibility. She said, but how do you even approach that subject? Because these are questions you wouldn't even know to ask. So she has been fighting this for, I think there was a court case. There was a court case shortly after he passed away. And then once she realized all the dynamics of the situation, she started the battle to get a law on the books here in Alabama that says you can't do this without asking permission. And then if you don't ask permission and do it anyway, you would face a Class C felony.
Wow. Okay. So 12 years ago today, her son passed away. At what point did she learn his heart was taken during this autopsy?
It was 6 months later. There was an autopsy report that came out after his autopsy. She went line by line through that with a medical examiner, and it did not list in the evidence box on that form his heart. So she had to get, it's something called a limb report, LIMS, and there it showed that his heart had been taken and to a research hospital or a research lab, and then it went just every date until it was destroyed 27 days before her civil case on the malpractice lawsuit. But what she says it was thrown away like garbage. They never knew until the trial or until the court case that his heart was somewhere else other than that urn where her son was cremated.
Yeah. Now the law was supposed to be voted on this week, but it was actually sent back to the Governmental Affairs Committee. What happens next?
Well, the senator that has that bill is on that Governmental Affairs, and it is out of Jefferson County, which is the Birmingham area of Alabama. They will go back. There was some little hiccup that they need to work out. Now, what that hiccup is, I'm told, isn't that big a deal, but they've got to work out that, and then it will be been brought back to the Senate floor for a vote.
You know, Donna's been an advocate for this for quite a while now. She wants to see something done. What's next for her? How is she feeling about all this as it moves through the stages?
I asked her, I said, you know, you've been doing this for so long. If this does indeed pass, then this fight's over for you. What do you do next? And she wants to tackle medical malpractice here in the state of Alabama and the way that those cases are handled. According to her and her research, there's not a lot of those cases that are won when you're facing big hospitals and medical associations. And so she wants to tackle that next. But I believe that she'll take a break and kind of enjoy this victory if indeed it passes. She's been trying for a long, long time.
All right, Debbie, thanks so much for that report. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. And if you would like to learn more about Justin's story, you can actually visit his Facebook page. It's called Justin's Heart. All that information there for you. Well, Friday night was a special night at an East Texas rodeo. KK Nelson is a young girl battling cancer. Her community has rallied around her on several occasions. The rodeo was no exception. Matt Thibodeau has this story.
It's one of the most treasured events in East Texas, the Nacogdoches Rodeo. It's known for everything from bull riding to mutton busting. But on Friday, they honored KK Nelson, a young girl who is on the verge of beating cancer.
She wants to eventually play basketball at SFA, and we're going to give her that inspiration to keep living her dream and keep moving forward by giving her a cowboy hat.
The last time we saw KK, her hometown of Woden had a surprise parade just for her. This time around, they exchanged trucks and sirens for dirt, cowboys, and bulls.
They've really rallied us through all of her treatment and sickness, and now on our way to success and being done with all this, and it's been really, really cool.
KK wasn't alone in her battle or in the rodeo arena. Kate Weber, a family friend, was diagnosed with the same rare cancer at around the same time. The pair received an overwhelming amount of support through their battle.
It truly makes you feel like know how blessed you are for everybody who's around you.
But now both of their battles are coming to an end, and their last treatments are only days away.
We only have one left. It's on Monday. And then she will be completely done with chemo. Then we have scans, and as long as her scans are done, then we'll have her bell ringing ceremony, and we will be on our way to Survivorville.
So next time she can tip her hat and wave to the crowd as a survivor and an answered prayer.
What a sweet girl. Let's bring in Matt from East Texas. He's covered this event for us. Hey, Matt, the community has supported her through this battle. What was the feeling like in that rodeo?
You know, it was really nice to see that happen, but to tell you this story, you got to go back a little bit.
Yeah.
If you saw in the story back at Christmas that had happened, they threw a whole parade for her. Her town is very, very small, and so the whole town rallied around her. But to see the whole region rally around her was just really nice to see. She's a really shy kid, but to see her go out in the middle of the arena like that was just fantastic.
Yeah, and I'm sure it meant so much to her family. What was the mom, what did her family, her mother tell you, just seeing all that support everywhere?
Well, it was nice because they had been supported the whole way, but knowing that on Monday, well, actually today is her last round of chemo. I'm pretty sure it was done maybe sometime this morning. It was great, but also her grandmother runs the expo center where the rodeo was done, and she actually didn't know it all, so she was very surprised to see all of that.
Wow, and you just brought up what I was just going to ask you. So today is her last day to complete her last round of chemo. Have you talked to the family? What have they told you?
Not yet. I'm going to reach out to them. They have scans to do after that, so they're done with chemo. They're not done with everything, but I'm sure they'll be done fairly soon. Mm-hmm. She's a little girl, and she's fought a lot.
Yeah. And what are some of her goals after all this? I know there are plans for her to wanting to play basketball.
She wants to play basketball at SFA, and I think that's an honorable goal considering SFA has a long tradition of beating Central Arkansas in sports, so that's always fun. I'll tell you the kind of person she is at Christmas. Whenever they surprised her, the first thing she did when she ran out of the car was hugged her siblings, and that's the kind of she is out there.
Yeah, very, very sweet girl. Thanks so much for covering this story for us, Matt. We appreciate it.
Thank y'all for having me again.
All right, you guys. Well, thanks so much for joining us on Newsfeed Now today. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.